Welcome to City Conversations. Today we're going to get an insider's look at the Fayetteville area system of transit and learn just how this department serves our city residents. Let's go join Randy Hume, who's going to give us the insider look. Take a walk inside with me. Good morning, Randy. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, good morning, Kevin. We're glad to have you here.
Nice and warm inside here. I like the Fast Transit Center, brand new, relatively new facility that we've opened here. Tell me a little bit about when it opened and what it cost to build this facility.
It opened almost exactly 2 years ago. We opened November 20th in 2017. And, we'd been at a place down the street here for over 15 years. It was a temporary location, so we're glad here now we have a permanent location.
Yeah, I still remember that ribbon cutting the day we were here. There were hundreds of people here across the lobby.
It was a great day.
Yeah,
great day for transit.
You've got a lot of things going on in here besides what you do over at Grove Street. Let's start from here, just talking about upstairs. Okay. We've got a conference room upstairs. Tell me a little bit about that conference room and what we can do with that.
Well, we call it a community room because we built this for the people and for the city. It's not just transit, but we have a room that can hold up to about 100 people in an event, and we actually rent it out to private individuals, but city and county affiliated agencies can use it for free, and so we open that up. So we have a lot of use of it, and it's growing. But we have birthday parties, anniversary parties. We have the realtors. They've used it. We've had an alumni association use it. So a number of places use it, and it's a really nice facility right here in the middle of downtown.
That's great to know, and I know we've got a lot of city meetings we've held over here as well.
That's
great.
And
so if somebody wanted to, from the outside the city venue, rent that, they would just contact your office?
Yes, they could call 433-1288,
okay.
And they control the calendar
okay.
on it and everything, and tell you all about the pricing.
So that's half of the upstairs, and I know we've had some events out here in this open space as well, and then behind us, we've also got offices upstairs. Your office and a few others up there as well, right?
That's right. We didn't have room to grow at our old location over in Grove Street, so we do have administrative offices here, really just a few. It's planning staff. Our operating supervisors actually work out of there.
Okay.
And we deal with the bus operators day in and day out. So we have those, and we have a little bit of planning and that type of activity.
And so let's get into the operating hours a little bit, because then I want to transition over to Megabus and Greyhound, which are right next door to us here. When does your center open here for the general public for the fast buses?
We open about 5:30 every morning,
okay.
And we close about 10:30. The main doors. Greyhound, as you mentioned, is opened 24/7, so they're open all the time, and so their doors are here. When they have big crowds, they overflow into here, but they maintain it, but the other doors are closed.
And that's this facility right over here.
That's correct.
And so those outside doors are open, so if people are riding the Greyhound bus or a Megabus, they can just come to the outside of the transit center
come right out
and
on
get
Franklin
right in
Street.
there.
Yes.
Okay. And then as we transition over this way, I know we've got the ticketing counter here where you can purchase tickets.
Yes.
And then behind that is the waiting room.
That's right. Again, purchase tickets, get information with our dispatchers here, and then over here we have a very nice waiting area. We have TVs that provide some time to spend your time and pass it. We have good, comfortable restrooms. They're just like you'd find in an airport, so they're easy in and out and very safe. And we also have security here, 24/7.
Okay.
So it's always a safe place to come.
Well, that's good to know. And I understand too, we're going to get on a bus here and go for
That's
a ride.
right. And I think my assistant director, Tiffany Neal, is going to meet you, and so I hope you have a great ride.
All right, well, thanks. We'll see you at the other side, Randy, over at Grove Street when we get into the maintenance side of things and learn how you keep those buses running.
That's right.
Yeah, well, thank you. Appreciate your time here today. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, Miss Tiffany Neal, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for coming.
Assistant Director of the Fayetteville Area System of Transit,
Absolutely,
correct?
that's
All right,
it.
well, I'm glad we get to learn about some buses today.
Yes, sir.
And let's take a ride.
Let's do it. Good morning.
So tell me, Tiffany, let's start with how many buses you have and how many routes you've got across the city.
So we have 18 routes for fixed route. We have 28 vehicles, fixed route vehicles. We have 18 paratransit or fast track vehicles.
Wow, that's a lot. How many drivers to service all of those?
We have a total a little over 70 drivers. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of drivers.
That is.
And so for all those routes, all in the city limits, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then and so for all those routes, I know for people that want to find out where their buses are at, we've got this great app called Transloc. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Transloc is an app that the riders can use to identify where their bus is, the estimated time of arrival for where they are, and it can identify, because it uses the location on your device to identify where you are, so it can give you an estimated time of arrival for when the bus will be there or the next bus is coming.
That's pretty neat.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're standing at a bus stop and you wonder where exactly it's at, how long it's going to be before it comes to get you. You can be watching your phone to see exactly what that location is.
Yes.
It gives you a pretty accurate guess as to how long you're going to have to wait for.
That's right.
And so, from a riding perspective, what does it cost to ride a bus every day? What does the cost look
So
like?
on our fixed route bus, it's actually $1.25 for each ride. Or you can actually we offer a one-day pass, or you can get unlimited rides for 24 hours, and that's actually $3.
Okay.
On Fast Track, it's $2 a day. We do have passes for a 10-ride pass and a 20-ride pass, and those passes can be discounted.
Okay. And so how many riders do you have on the fixed route buses each day, roughly?
On average, 4,000 to 5,000.
4,000 to 5,000. That's
Yes.
a lot of people.
Yes.
Across 18 routes.
Yes.
And tell me again how many buses?
28 buses.
28 buses.
28
okay.
fixed route.
A lot of different numbers
Yes.
there. It's good to know. It's a pretty big system that we run across the city.
It's a nice size system. Yes, sir.
So I understand too that we've started this great thing called semester passes for our college students. So let me test my knowledge here. FTCC, Methodist, FSU.
Yes.
I think that's the three
Those
big
are the
ones.
three, yes.
So the students for those universities can get semester passes,
Yes.
which allows them to ride all across the
Unlimited
city.
rides.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So they can utilize our service, unlimited trips for each semester. We're offering 3 semester passes, a fall semester, a spring semester, and a summer semester pass. Currently, the passes are $55. FSU's pass, because they bought down the rate, is actually $45. So a student can actually get a pass, have unlimited use on any of our fixed route systems, come and go throughout our service area.
Wow. So tell me about how the college and university students can get this information on semester passes. What can they do to buy?
They can go on our website and get some information. They can also give us a call. Once they give us a call, or actually they can go through their university as well.
Okay.
Once they give us a call or either go through the university, then they'll download the app. They can make the purchase directly through the app. They find our system, Fayetteville Area System of Transit. They purchase everything directly through the app.
Okay, so once they've gone to ridefast.net, they get all the information they need, they buy that. And I know it's been pretty successful so far. Tell me about how many students have ridden so far.
In one single month, we've had over 1,200 students, 1,200 trips, excuse me.
That's quite
for
a
a
few.
single, yes,
Yeah.
it's really good, really
so
promising.
really, we just want to continue to promote that
Absolutely.
program and get more and more riders. And again, a great thing that City Council recognized, trying to increase ridership, but also
Yes.
benefit our students at the same time.
Yes.
So the last thing I want to talk about before we get to our Grove Street maintenance facility is paratransit. We
Okay.
have a special service out there for those who can't use the regular buses for whatever
Right.
reason that might be. Tell me a little bit about the paratransit system.
Our paratransit, our complimentary paratransit program is for elderly and disabled, those persons who have shown an inability when it comes to utilizing the fixed route system. So there's an application process. You have to qualify. There's a verification form that you have to take to your registered healthcare professional. Once we get everything back, if you are approved to utilize that service, you just call in, schedule your trips, and we're an origin to destination service. So we pick you up from your origin, drop you off at your destination within our service area.
Okay. So if you need to go to a doctor's appointment, you need
Yes.
to go to Walmart, you need to go wherever across the city within that city footprint
Yes.
that takes you there.
Yes.
And how many folks do you have that currently utilize that system?
In a
Roughly.
rolling active database, we have over 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, in our database.
Right.
But it's hard to tell because active changes.
Right.
So you may only need to utilize the service quarterly.
Right.
If you may have VA appointments and you only need to go quarterly. So it just all depends.
Okay. And I understand too from talking with you in previous discussions that your drivers develop relationships with those
Oh,
riders,
yes.
because a lot of times it's the same driver picking up the same rider.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
A lot of our customers consider our operators family. They, especially around this time of year, it's the holidays, they always want to do things for our operators. The operators also, it's really good because when they establish relationships like that, if anything seems to be abnormal, if a certain person may not come to the door or they're not where they're supposed to be, they can alert the dispatcher, we can alert the family, and just do like a wellness check just
Sure.
to make sure they're okay. So it is a great partnership between us and the community.
Well, that sounds like a great service.
Absolutely.
Well, I know we're pulling up to our Grove Street maintenance
Yes.
facility. I think we're going to go meet Juan here
Yes,
shortly.
yes.
He's going to take us through a little bit about what happens on the inside. How do you keep these buses clean make sure they're properly serviced, and make sure they're out there on the routes where they need to be. Good morning, Juan Larregui.
Good morning.
Thank you
Good morning.
for
How you
joining
doing
me
today,
today.
Calvin?
Yeah,
Doing
so
fine.
you are the maintenance supervisor.
That's correct. I'm the
And-
model supervisor for Transit Department, City of Fayetteville.
And how long have you been with the city?
24 years.
24 years.
24 years,
Holy cow!
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
That
you
is a
much.
long time.
And yeah, it seems like.
Yeah. So you know a lot about what's going on here.
Yes, I've been around for a little while, so yes.
So and how long have you been in this maintenance supervisory role?
I've been now going on 14 years.
14. Okay.
14 years. I started as a tech. I was a senior tech for 2 years, and I've been the model supervisor since.
And so what exactly goes on inside this facility then? What do you and your folks take care of every day?
Okay, here is the primary maintenance facility for the FAST system. We do all aspects of maintenance except accident or body repair.
Okay.
And also we don't do major components rebuild.
Okay.
Everything else related to the bus takes place here.
Okay.
To include facilities upkeeping.
And 28 buses, if my memory
Yes,
serves
right
me
now,
correctly.
Yes, and we're running 18 paratransit vehicles, and we also have like 22 support vehicles.
Wow. So you don't lack for work in here, do you?
No, not at all. It's
Yeah.
always, we start at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we operate all the way to 12:30 past midnight.
Wow. And how many workers do you have to help you do all of that?
At this time, we have 19 positions. We have 8 techs. We have 6 service aides. They can operate vehicles for next day operation. We have 4 maintenance workers that take care of all the facilities. I have an office assistant. And we recently received funding for a technical equipment specialist to take care of all the technology equipment on the vehicles.
Wow. So you're pretty much a one-stop shop here, unless the
Yes.
bus is in an accident, as you said, or for a major engine overhaul, which I know we can do with our fleet maintenance folks. But you really got everything under control here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So let's see, what else can we share? So bus washing takes place in here?
Yes,
Oil changes, all the regular routine things.
All the regular maintenance take place on one of these bays or any of those lifts. We also have 2 pits. All the vehicle preparation for next day, it goes to a service lane. They remove all the revenue collected for the day. We actually wash the vehicle, run vehicles to the car wash, and we have diesels and propane pumps that we use to fuel the vehicles.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next question. We actually do have 2 different types of vehicles.
Yes.
So the vehicles for the diesel, how long do those engines last generally?
The engine itself runs about 300,000 miles. The vehicle itself is a 12 years, 500,000 miles.
Wow.
Now, because the type of operation we have, we average about 56,000 miles a year.
Wow.
So we reach the 500,000 miles when we get around
Pretty
10
quickly,
years.
sure.
Yes.
And the propane, does that last longer? Is that shorter? Is that?
The propane vehicles, they 5 years, 150,000 miles. Usually we keep them between 6 and 7 years, and we do reuse a portion of the propane system.
Okay.
So when we purchase new vehicle as a replacement, we use a portion of the propane system so we can retrofit the new vehicles.
And so retrofit, and that's what kind of lead me to that next question. What's the difference between the diesel and the propane? The propane is the newer one. That's what we're trying to move towards.
Well, propane we use in smaller vehicles. All the buses are diesel or hybrid electric.
Okay.
Everything smaller, we went to propane. At that time, the price of gasoline was kind of very high. At this time, we save about 40 cents per gallon on
Okay.
propane. So it's a big cost savings for us. Plus, it's good for the environment.
Well, it's amazing. And so you've got a lot of different specialty areas and specialists within each of the areas here to work on these buses, whether it's diesel, whether it's propane, or someday electric.
That's
so
correct.
a lot of things to keep you busy.
Looking forward to it.
Good.
It's always never a dull day in transit.
Sure.
So
Well-
this is fast, and you're always welcome to join in.
Well, you've got a great maintenance record here, from what I understand. All the briefings I've sat in on certainly lean towards our buses being up the vast majority of the time, which is important when you're running that many routes across the city with that many buses.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Juan, for joining us today and allowing me to come in and get an insider's look into what you and your folks do to keep all of our buses running across the city. Really appreciate it.
You're most welcome, Galvin. I'm glad to share some light on the type of work that takes place here. And I think Mr. Randy Hume is waiting for you at the dispatcher office.
All right, well,
So
thanks, and
thank
great
you much.
again to see you. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good day.
Thanks,
Nice
you too.
meeting you.
Well, Randy, thanks again for the opportunity to come and check out your FAST system today. I got to go on a bus. I got to check out the maintenance facility. Got to see the new Fast Transit Center that we opened just a couple years ago. So here's some fun facts I learned. 18 routes, 28 buses, more than 70 employees to take care of all the driving for those buses.
That's right.
And
And
then-
let's not forget, I'm sorry, let's not forget, we have 15 paratransit vehicles, fast track
That's
vehicles.
right.
We
There
put out
you
every
go.
day too.
So that's a lot of stuff going on to serve our citizens across the city. Really appreciate the opportunity to learn a little about what you do, and I hope that this encourages more people to get out and ride the bus. So thank you for joining us today on City Conversations. Please come back and check out our next episode.
All right, thank you.